Do you guys find yourselves sighing a lot lately? Like, I think I've just got a bad case of bad news fatigue, and we just want to like cry or hang our heads and take a moment, because it can be overwhelming. We're getting a lot of bad news and just more restrictions, which are good. We want to keep people healthy, but you just wonder when it's going to end, or if it's going to end, or how we're going to get through this with, and keep our relationships thriving and keep our kids' lives magical, and how we're going to just make the best of it. It can be overwhelming. And I'm a positive person. I like to think positively, but sometimes it gets hard. And I know we've been going through this for months now, but it's still super important to keep thinking positively, to keep being grateful for the things that we can do and the things that we have, and the different opportunities we have to look at things in new ways. But that doesn't change the fact that it is overwhelming and that our hearts are getting overwhelmed. It's been a long time, and something that comes to my mind and comes up in my heart when I am just feeling that exhaustion from all the bad news, or when things are just changing too much or not going as expected, which is pretty much 2020 for us. I think of Psalm 61, and I'm going to read the first few verses for you today. It says, "Hear my cry, O God, attend to my prayer. For from the end of the earth I cry to you. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. For you have been a shelter for me and a strong tower from the enemy. I will abide in your tabernacle forever, and I will trust in the shelter of your wings." Even though this hasn't been the best year, God is still who he says he is, and he still loves us, and he still cares for us, and he is still a safe place to fall. And when we're overwhelmed, his arms are a safe place to be. When my own creativity isn't enough to solve all of the problems that need to be solved, when I'm beyond the point of being able to do it myself and in my own strength, that's actually a good thing. It's relying on God's creativity and knowing that he can solve these problems, that he can give us wisdom. It says in the Bible that if we ask God for wisdom, he gives it to us. And that's something that I always encourage myself to do, just ask God for wisdom, because there's so much that I don't know. And I can't fix COVID-19, and I can't fix all the problems that we're facing in all the different ways, but I know that I can hold the hand of the one who can, and I know that God makes a way. When it seems like there is no way, God always makes a way, right? We sang a song at prayer the other day that said, he turns seas into highways. He led his people to a sea, and they were like, God, what are you doing? We're gonna be stuck here forever. Like, these guys are running behind us, and we're through. We're going back to Egypt, and we're gonna be slaves forever. And what does God do? He parts a sea, makes dry land, a dry highway for them to walk on to the promised land. God can make a highway through COVID-19. He can help you walk through the dry land of your own gratitude and your own dependency on God. He will give us the joy that gets us through this sea of overwhelm and this sea of despair. We are so fortunate to have the Holy Spirit with us, to have God with us. We don't even fully grasp how beneficial that is to us, that God can keep our spirit alive and thriving and joyful in a time where we don't know. And the amazing and wonderful thing is that God does know, and He is our hope. He is our hope, and we don't need to be afraid. So when your heart is overwhelmed, when it just gets too heavy, go to the rock that is higher than you. Go to the solid foundation of God, to His Word. Encourage yourself in the Lord. He's always there for you, and He never leaves you or forsakes you. No matter what regulations we have to abide by, no matter what new guidelines come to us, God is always there. He's always a very present help in time of trouble. And that is the most encouraging word I can give you today, is that He is there with you, no matter what we're going through. God bless.